Good morning, good morning. It is the early morning hours and I've been up reading and I wanted to jump on this morning because it's Monday. We are in December, the last 31 days, I guess, of our Stronger Finish Challenge. And I'm super excited and hopeful and really feel that most of you, or many of you, if not all of you, are starting to align yourself with this stronger finish to 2018 and starting to think about what you want for 2019. Even if you haven't, even if today is going to be the first day that you start to dream bigger for yourself, that's got me up this morning. That's got me excited to do this video and work with you. So just to recap, we're going into our last month for those of you who have jumped on. We start our morning with the Core 4. The Core 4 is getting up and just moving. Maybe it's stretching a little bit, getting your blood pumping for about 4 minutes, 5 minutes. It could be high knees, it could be squats, it could be mountain climbers, jumping jacks, anything to just get that blood flowing so that you feel better. The second thing is you want to drink water before your coffee. And man, this morning I wanted that coffee. I made it. It was sitting there piping hot. It was warm on my couch with my blanket, but I guzzled my water first, and it really helped me become awake a little quicker. It helps me think better and clearer. So drink your water first before your coffee, and then your fish oil. I ran out. I've got to get some fish oil, so hold me to that one. Fish oil is great for your brain, your cells, and your hormones, and I believe it's something that we should all be taking for the rest of our lives for just good health. If you want more information, certainly Google it. Benefits of omega-3 and 6. Those fatty acids are amazing. Lastly, journaling. I journal in the morning. It just allows me to dump all my thoughts that I have for the day, set my intention for the day of how I want to show up, the things that might happen, and how I want to handle those if they do happen, and go from there. So I was reading a book. It's the High Performers book that I told you about a few weeks back, and I was reading it over the weekend, and it talked about necessity or must. So that's what I want to talk to you about. Is your health a necessity, or is it just something that you wish or hope or dream about? You know, have you said this whole year that you just wished you had lost 20 pounds? Have you said this whole year you just wished or hoped that you would feel better, that that joint pain would go away, that that brain fog would leave you? See, all of those symptoms that I've talked about, brain fog, joint pain, weight gain, depression, all of those can be in relation to your health, your gut health, your physical health. What you put into your body is how your body kind of reacts to life, the stresses, the stress health that you have. So reading this book, it's talking about how high performers see their health as a necessity. And you know what? I was thinking about my life and how I've had a really kind of crazy year. And if you kind of took this optic view, overlooked my life, you would probably say that I had a really bad year. And, you know, a lot of great things. You know, I think the bad things sometimes can outweigh the good things. We had a lot of death in the family, a lot of other financial issues that had come about. But I can sit here today and say that I had a great year. And I always wondered why I felt like so delusional with that. You know, I'm very, very positive. Got some stuff going on at work. A coach has been out sick and she's like one of my main coaches. And still, it doesn't pull me down. And sometimes I question whether I'm in my right mind. But now reading this book, I attribute it to the fact that I am a higher performing person, that I expect more of myself. And no matter what goes on, I can see the positive in every situation. That even if something is not going exactly how I want it to, it's just a learning tool to get me to where I want to go. And that's how I've always seen my life. And so I wanted to, and I feel like it's it's a necessity to do so. Like it's a necessity to show up for work. It's a necessity to get my workout in. It's a necessity to stay positive. And I wanted to just share that with you today and ask you, do you perform every day with excellence? Could you, or do you hold yourself to a higher standard? See, high performers set goals and they monitor those goals. They self-monitor those goals. And that's really what I want you to do, is start to set this mindset for the end of this year and into 2019, where you start to think about what you want. You dream bigger than you've ever dreamed before in your life. And then you set and monitor these goals. And I do that one way by journaling. I have my journal right here of all my notes. And throughout the day, I'm referring back. So I self-monitor back. And if I didn't get that goal, then I take a good, hard, honest look at what I'm doing to complete the daily goals of what I want to do. So we can get so caught up in the I want to lose 20 pounds that you lose the small steps to get there. Set those goals for yourself today. Did you get your water in? Did you get your 4 minutes of movement? Did you prepare your meals? Are you eating in such a way that in a couple of months, 2-3 months, you're on track to lose those 20 pounds? It's not going to happen overnight. It's those small, mundane, boring, actionable steps on a daily basis that get you to having the life and feeling in the way that you wish and you hope for. But now you're not wishing and hoping for anymore. Necessity means that you take action. I wrote a few things down. If you really want to change your life, your health, you must make it a necessity. There's no more wishing. There's no more dreaming. There's no more hoping. It's a necessity. You must set those goals, write them down, check back, look at your book throughout the day and say, am I on track? Or did I just eat that muffin from Tim Hortons? And I'm not saying that when you make it a necessity, it's just magically going to happen. But when you check back and you look at, okay, I ate that muffin from Tim Hortons, I had a weak moment, why? And you ask yourself these cold, hard questions that just get you back into reality, but also push you in line with what you say you want to do. You don't have to do anything in life. See, we don't even have to show up. We don't have to get up for work. We don't have to help get the kids ready. We don't have to do anything. And I've seen that. I've seen that in my close relationships in my life where people have given up. And I know you know the story of what I'm talking about here. And if you don't, I've recently lost a brother who kind of gave up. Depression set in and he gave up on himself. He felt like he didn't deserve it. And so he didn't show up in life. He didn't hold himself accountable. So when you say to me, or when you're thinking when I'm saying this, yeah, but Cheryl, I got to go to work. No, you don't. I've seen it. No, you don't. It's a necessity. You've made that. You've set that standard that you are going to get up and go to work. But what you may not have done is set that standard and that necessity that your health is more important than anything else as well. Just like getting up for work is, or helping your kids, or brushing your teeth. All of those things, you've made a choice that that's a necessity. It's a must. You take action every single day. It's the same thing when it comes to your health. It's the same thing when it comes to your finances. It's the same thing when it comes to your relationships. You choose how you show up in every one of those aspects of your life. And so do I. We get that choice on a daily basis. And some of you and some of us, I know for me in certain areas of my life, choose to kind of be like, yeah, but I can't. And yeah, but you hear it all the time. I've been there. I know exactly the story that you're telling yourself. Yeah, but I really don't have time to get up and go work out at the gym. Yeah, but I can't afford organic, grass-fed meat and vegetables. But when it's a necessity, you change your mind around the things that are what you want and what you must do. Doesn't have to be perfect. Doesn't have to be organic, grass-fed, right? We have to start somewhere. Performance necessity makes you do it makes you do things, not an obligation. It changes that mindset. You don't feel like you're obligated to go and do something. It's a necessity. It's a must. And it's an honor. I look at our bodies and I look at the way that we treat them. And I think I said it last week, that food is not a reward nor a punishment, yet we do that to ourselves all the time. We either overindulge as a punishment or we restrict and withhold food. Sometimes we reward ourselves at the end of the week because, hey, we did a great job. So, you deserve to have that extra, bag of chips or cake or French fries and eat all on Saturday because you did great 6 days. But it doesn't line up with your goals because then it puts you back. It makes you beat yourself up mentally. Making this health journey, this health goal, a necessity changes the whole mindset on what's to come ahead. There's no sitting around wishing and hoping and dreaming. Have you ever noticed that you feel bad when you stretch the truth a little bit or you tell a white lie? How that doesn't feel like that's the standard of life that you really want to live. I mean, we've all done it, right? I'd be lying if I told you I didn't, right? We've all stretched the truth. See, all I want you to do from here on out for the last, 90 days, last 30 some odd, 20 some odd days is raise the standards. See, there's only 3 ways you can start 2019 better than it is today. Number 1 is start to journal it and set higher standards for yourself. Start to write down the real goals that are going to be a little uncomfortable and start to refer back to them and ask yourself those hard questions. Did I perform with excellence today? Did I give my very best? When I went to the grocery store, did I put things in my cart that are going to align with the health that I want for myself, for my family? So those 3 questions really, really set you up for not an obligation, but a must. And they force you to take action in a life that maybe you're just not doing now. So I wanted to just bring this energy to you this morning. My kids aren't even up. I got to go get them up. But I was super excited to bring this message to you and to share you with what I've been learning and kind of how I run my life. And it's not perfect, and I got to keep raising my standards so that I can show up bigger. But I believe that for you too, that 2018, we are going to finish this strong together, and we are going to have such a clear vision going into 2019. I have one quote for you to finish off from Vince Lombardi. People who set goals, self-monitor on a regular basis are this is not Vince Lombardi's quote. I apologize. I'm going to write it in my opening thing, but I wanted to say this. Sorry. People who set goals, self-monitor on a regular basis are 2.5 times more likely to attain those goals. I thought that was a pretty powerful statement. That one's from Brendan Bouchard, sorry. I will start this whole thing with Vince Lombardi's quote in just a moment. But guys, it's Monday. I want you to get out your journals. I want you to set those goals. I want you to raise your standards for you. I want you to check back with your book. Have it with you. And check back on those goals. If health in 20 pounds is something that you have a goal with, we're probably not going to get there by the end of the year. That's okay. Okay, be realistic in that goal. But could you get 5 off? Absolutely. Could you get 6 off? Sure, if you really want it. Wouldn't you like to go into 2019 feeling just that little bit better? Let's align our goals with what we want for the next year. We're too close. Let's go into it strong. And if you need a little bit more from me, a little bit more of this push, you want to hear my message on a daily basis, you know where to find me. It's Hit 30 KV Fitness. I will keep it coming. So you guys have an awesome Monday, and we will see you again on Wednesday. Here's to a stronger finish this week.